Power nodes. Total power token supply, 20.456 million. Percentage of power burned at token offering, 95%. Total power in circulating supply, about 1 million power. Power token, the actual reward token, how you get your payouts, how you buy nodes, actually has utility right now. Energy token. Total energy token, 100 million. Energy token breakdown, governance token for the power project with no real utility right now. ROI on the best power node right now, 500% plus. ROI on the worst node right now, 109%. APY if you compound the best node that they have for 1 year, 6,900%. Now this is a pretty highly requested video topic, so I feel like we need to get into it ASAP. What is power? Well, power's right here, baby. Nah, I'm just playing with you. Power is a node-based project on the FTM blockchain. And just like all the new node projects out there, you can use it as your RPC endpoint on your MetaMask, which I don't know why that matters because it makes no money. So what's the total power distribution? When you buy a node, this is how it breaks down. 70% of power goes to the rewards pool, 10% goes to liquidity, 50% of that 10% goes in power, and then the other 50% gets converted into FTM, which is a sell order. Then 20% of the power is transferred into the marketing and team wallets. They quote a 6,900% APY if you compound their best node for a year. Now, how are the rewards set up? So there's 4 different tiers: nuclear, hydro, solar, and wind. Here's how those break down. So for nuclear, there's 47,615 of these nodes in total. It takes 50 tokens to create the node. It's 0.7 rewards per day, and there's 71.5 day payoff period. The ROI per day is about 1.4%. on your tokens. So for hydro, there's about 26,307 of those nodes hosted right now. It takes 10 tokens to create it, and it is 0.1 in rewards every day. That means it is a 100-day payoff period, and the ROI is about 1% per day on your tokens. For solar, there's about 3,300 of them hosted right now, 3,297 to be exact. It takes 5 tokens to create that. It's 0.025 power in rewards per day. That is a 200-day payoff period, and it equates out to about 0.5% ROI on your coins per day. So for wind, this is the bottom tier, and it's about 4,954 of them hosted right now. It takes 1 token to host it, but your rewards are only 0.003 power per day. That's a 335.5 day payoff period and literally a 0.3% ROI on your coins per day. Now there is a 10% claim tax for taking your rewards, so take that into account whenever you're thinking about these ROIs, because that's not actually the ROI. You actually have to subtract 10% from that. There is no monthly node maintenance fee, but that kind of makes me wonder, like, how are they hosting the nodes? What's paying for the hosting and all that good stuff, right? So let's actually break down these nodes into some real numbers. Let's do the Drew stuff. So there's 82,173 nodes. 2.665 million tokens are what was needed to create all of those nodes right now. If there's only 1 million tokens in circulating supply, that means 267% of the total circulating supply of tokens is actually in nodes right now or has been used to buy nodes right now. And again, we know they're recycling the tokens. We're not refuting the fact that they're recycling the tokens. We're not saying that all of those are locked up in the nodes. We know this. So what is paid out to the investors every day? We know what they've brought in. What are their liabilities? 36,058.5 power tokens is what they need to pay out every single day to their investors. That's about $238,000 every single day that they're paying out if the coin price is what it is today and stays the same. And the reason that we talk about this in terms of USD is nobody is under the false impression that you're gonna go to the store and buy your milk and eggs with power token. You have to convert it into something that's useful, something with utility, probably either Bitcoin or USD or something along those lines. Now, what's their total treasury balance? $2.8 million. What's their liquidity value? $2.3 million. How many days can they actually pay out these rewards if nobody buys any new nodes and everybody takes their profits? Literally 10 days. So I was in their Discord, I was asking them, hey, what are your investments? They said we will have buybacks of our tokens that take up a lot of our investments. We have an FTM Validator node. We have an AVAX validator node. We have a lot of Luna that is actually in investments right now. Then they said we may have a DAG node. Not 100% sure what that means. I feel like if you had a DAG node, you would know that, but you know, whatever, we'll just move on. They still have Time Wonderland as one of their investments. Like, that's confirmed, it's in their wallet, and you can check this in the link in the description whenever I get this video posted. And they also have Hector. So like, these are two just like absolutely just like dead projects. I don't know why they still have those. They liquidated a portion of their time, I get that, but you know, probably get rid of those. And it looks like they have like 10 plus strong block nodes too. And you can check that in the links provided as well. If they have more, let me know. If they have less, let me know. But all I'm going by is they have like 120 some strong tokens. So that equates out to about 10 to 12 nodes. And I go back to my previous point in a lot of my other videos about, you know, protocols that like to invest their investors' money. Investing in strong, when you also are a node project, is not diversification. It's aggressive exposure to the same market. I get it, you're putting your egg in a different basket, but like that basket is in a big basket with all these other baskets. So it's the same thing. You're investing in the same thing. So, okay, we know what they're doing with the money now. What are their future revenue streams? Of course, NFTs. Drew loves NFTs. I love that every project says we're gonna do NFTs. Look, if every project does an NFT, NFTs aren't NFTs anymore. Like, they're just gonna be like a candy bar, right? Where you can go, you're not gonna buy a candy bar for $100 million because it's so awesome and so rare. You're not gonna buy a Snickers when you could buy a Milky Way for $1. You see what I'm saying? So like, the more that these get pumped into the market, the less all of them are going to matter. At least the new ones. Then there's NFT Marketplace, obviously. Again, you know, I won't even go any further into that because you already know my thoughts on all that stuff. They said we're gonna have a poker tournament. Okay, so I actually like that idea. That's kind of cool, like gambling. I think it kind of gives them a, you know, it's the first time I've heard that, so that's kind of cool. And a lottery. So we are now Titano. We are now Thor. We get it? Okay, cool. So there's also staking. So you can do the Power FTM staking. If you look on the website, you can't tell what the percentages are of the staking pools, right? Like, what are you gonna get APY style? So I asked them and they were like, oh, I don't know, it fluctuates. And I explained to them, like, why would I get into a staking pool when I don't even know what I'm gonna make? It could be 1%, it could be 1,000,000%, right? So luckily, one guy was like, hey, I make about 850% ROI, APY, whatever you wanna call it, for the Power FTM pair. Okay, so cool. So we know it's kind of around those lines. So a lot of people are using the staking in order to accrue more power so that they can get more nodes and kind of compound even faster, right? So I get that. I like the fact that they're doing that because you can actually save on the gas fees and all that good stuff whenever you go into the staking and then transfer it back over and then you can make more nodes. So what is energy token, right? Because there's like power token, then there's energy token, and they're just talking about it all the time. Literally nobody knows what energy token is. Like literally, I'm in the Discord, I've asked the questions, I can show you the screenshots, nobody knows what it is. They're basically saying it's a governance token. I ask people, well, what does that mean and why does that matter and why are you guys caring about it? And this is legitimately the reply that I got. The devs told us to buy a bunch, so we did it. So like, that's like the blind leading the blind. I don't get that. I would never buy something just because somebody's like, yo, buy this. There's got to be some type of justification behind this thing. My speculation is it could be used for the poker tournament and the lottery coming up. I don't know. So founders actually own 10% of the energy token. So yeah, I bet they do want you to buy it now so that they can be the ones to sell it to you and they can take their money because they own 0% of the power tokens apparently. Now, energy is supposed to be the governance token for power. I get that. But what does it govern? What does it do? The amount of energy that's held by someone is going to determine their like voting power in the future, apparently. So you can no longer farm, which is, you know, okay, whatever, but you can still stake. So they're saying that there will be extra utility added to this token in the near future surrounding the NFT rollout. Okay. Now, here's some words of caution, okay? They do say that all the people are KYC'd. They're KYC'd by Assure DeFi. We know about Assure DeFi, El Crypto Chapo, the other guy's a meme guy. Like, you're trusting a KYC firm to know who is the owner of this protocol and who's running it, but they won't even tell you who they are. That's just problematic to me. I don't like that. It's weird. So, do with that information what you will. Go in and look into its Sure DeFi. Go look at some of my other videos on Thor, and you'll see what I'm talking about with Assure DeFi. And they were created in like January of 2022. So there's that. So they haven't doxed anybody either yet, and there's like only one person in there that says that they're running the thing, and it's this dude named cut_power, PWR. So that's just what they're saying in the Discord. Now, they do tout themselves as the Union of Transparency, but the only other two projects in the Union of Transparency are Thor and Hive, and we know that both of those are linked to Loki, who's the community manager for both of those. So it's essentially the same team, same faces, just different project, essentially. So take that UOT designation for what you will. It's not like Binance and Ethereum and VeChain are joining this Union of Transparency. That's all I'm saying. And it's weird that you're in a Union of Transparency, but you're not transparent about who you are. So that's another thing. Just take that for whatever it is. So they don't know what their roadmap is, but they keep saying it will come with the V2 and new white paper in a week or so. So we'll see about that, whatever. Power has only been in business for 3 months. So take that into consideration. They came out when all the other DeFis came out, and they're like, oh, well, we're the oldest DeFi. And it's like, yeah, but the oldest DeFi right now is literally like 3.5 months old. So there's not really much proof of concept, proof of stake there. So just take that with a grain of salt and do with that what you will. Now, another thing is that Power's chart has actually trended downward since inception. So be sure that you can get your ROI out, or at least your risk principal out, before those downward trending price movements start to outpace your rewards. And that's essentially the gist of Power. You can make some serious money, but you could also lose it all, because at the end of the day, you are a slave to the protocol. You give up all of your tokens. You don't get to keep them. They're gone. So now you're 100% reliant upon the protocol, the rewards, all that stuff. So just be cognizant of that before you get into the project. Do your own research. Don't base anything based on what I'm saying or my advice. Do it for yourself. Figure it out for yourself, and then let me know how it goes. Now, with all of that being said, I do want to thank everybody for showing up for the video. You guys have been showing mad support. You guys have been commenting, liking, new subscribers every single day. I love it. A month ago we had nothing. Now we have, 1,300 subs. So it's beautiful. The glow up is real. You're the ones that are making this happen. Please continue to engage with the channel. I am very humbled by it. I appreciate everyone showing up. If you got any value out of this, make sure you like that video. Make sure you subscribe, bang on that notification bell, comment anything that you want. That's how this project got done, because people kept requesting it. So hit me up in the comments if there's anything that I'm not doing that you want me to do, if there's other projects you want me to look into, if there's something that you don't like about my stuff, let me know. I appreciate everybody showing up, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.